We're back. Don Clark.
And
Tina
I'm
Miller.
Tina Miller. Yes, this is Open Up, and Don and I are your favorite pair on the air. Thank you so much. Chris, the video, please.
How far will one man go?
I place before you life and death, blessing and a curse. You choose life. That's your mandate.
To save a brother, a city, a family from the power of the curse. How far will one man go to keep the power of the curse? Will love break the curse? Or will the curse hold the city in darkness? Can the help of a friend rally this city together? Or has the curse taken over the people and their city?
When your mother died, I had no idea how to raise a little girl.
It's never too late for God.
And even your God can't stop it.
The Rally 2. Breaking the Curse.
The Rally
Coming
2,
soon.
Breaking the Curse.
And the man who did the movie right here.
Yes, right here, Don, on Open Up. Welcome back to Open Up, and we're talking with Rick Reyna and Nettie Reyna. Did you have a question at the break? What were we talking about at the break?
I do have I want to hear what you were talking about, but I do want to ask you the question. When you're ministering to people, high-profile people, whether in politics or in Hollywood, you have to be very careful not to become a name dropper, so that you're actually using them. They're a notch on your public relations belt, so that you protect their privacy. How do you walk that line?
Well, to answer that first part of that question is, how do we minister to these type of people? And Don, I think the greatest tool that we have is just our testimony, the way we conduct ourselves around them. I found that most of the time I didn't get to share Christ, the gospel with Al Pacino, just my light, just being a good guy around him, not like everybody else, not trying to get his phone number, not trying to get an autograph, never asked for a picture, never got into those type of things with him. My greatest gospel was me just being a testimony around him, and he picked that up. He could trust me. So, I mean, to answer for your first part of that question, I think that's the most powerful tool we have as individuals is our testimony, is our light.
I remember a saying by a U.S. Senator, the influence of a Christian increases to the degree that he or she maintains standards of excellence in the performance of their secular responsibilities.
Right, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
I love that.
And in those testimonies I was sharing, I believe, and I give God all the praise and glory for that. That's why I was getting those remarks from the director. Like I was saying before the break, we were in that NBC studio. No, I apologize. I was sharing about starting the second movie, The Insider, where we had this big meeting. Everybody was in this meeting, all the actors, the director, the camera people, and we were all waiting for Al Pacino. Well, somebody said, Al's here, Al's here. Well, there was this big circle of people waiting in this room, and Al Pacino walks into this room. He looks around, and he sees me. He walks up to me and gives me a kiss first, hugs me and says, Rick, good to see you. Then he goes up to the director. You should have heard the room tone in that room. Well, after that happened, they had their meeting, people came up to me and said, what just happened? And all I could think was, Don, like you said, my integrity. Just, he knew that I was there to help him with his job, to make his job easier. I
Wow.
wasn't there trying to take his name and begin to use him as a tool.
Your assignment was to be
Wow.
there
Exactly.
to help his assignment.
And I want to make an announcement.
Yes.
The trailer you just seen is the Rally 2.
Okay.
We're going to start production of the Rally 3.
Wow.
If you're a believer out there and you have faith, we are believing God that Al Pacino will be in the Rally 3.
Do you need
wouldn't be
any
surprised.
characters? You know, other. No, I'm joking.
Maybe I like Don's look. I've been looking at his look.
Oh,
He look like a Don Juan, you know.
You know, I was
knew?
actually in 3 episodes of Dark Skies. I played
Wow.
I played Hugh Downs.
You have an amazing look.
I had
you
my
know.
own trailer. I had my own
There you go.
buffet line. And I was only on for about 30 seconds.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm sure. this
amazing,
plays
amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Share more. You were
Yes.
you were going to share
Well,
when I interrupted you.
And my wife is a powerful testimony of this. We knew when God spoke to us about working in Hollywood, it was for a season. I want my wife to talk about
Yes,
why
Nettie.
we were there.
Yes. Did you hear that same word, Nettie?
Yes. I always knew, well, I knew God, we were on assignment. Everything's about assignments. We all have assignments. You know, you have
Yes.
Open Up right now. That's part of your assignment.
Yes.
And so I knew we had an assignment in the film industry and also a big part with one of the main actors, Kenneth Copeland Ministry, Kenneth Copeland. I knew we had an assignment with these two things. And it was over 20 years ago when he started working in the films. God gave me a scripture to stand on and to believe on. And I had that scripture, and I was just thinking yesterday about that scripture, and it's a word from God, and I personalized that word for our assignment. And it has to do with film and being a part of Kenneth Copeland Ministries. And that was a word over 20-some years ago. And I was thinking yesterday, I was packing for it today, that this word has been fulfilled and is being fulfilled. And about the next Rally 2 has a big part of this, because the movie industry, we've been in that and we're doing that. Now, this big thing, maybe Rick can announce about the second movie, the premiere date, is coming along,
Yeah.
and it's going to, you want to say
What's
that?
amazing is we knew when we were, as I was working in Hollywood with Al Pacino, Michael Mann, Dante Spaganti, I knew I was supposed to pay attention there.
Yes.
And every time I was on the set, I never left the set. I got my coffee and I came back, and Dawn, all I could do was listen and think and take notes and take in the atmosphere.
Right.
Listen to what the director's saying, how to set up a shot, how to plot a shot, how the DP would light the room up. I was in school.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And I remember the day that the Lord spoke to me and said, Rick, I want you to leave Hollywood for a season, and I want you to go full-time in ministry. That's with Rallies for Christ. You know, we do rallies. He says, but the day will come when I will ask you to come back and make me movies. About 4 years later, that day came, that word came. He says, now I want you to go back and make me movies. Now, I want to put a period there for a second. That was 6 years ago. 30 years ago, the Spirit of God spoke to Kenneth Copeland and said, in the future, I'm going to ask you to be a part of some movies. I want you to say yes, but you can't say a word until that day. That was 30 years ago. Well, 5 years ago, as we were preparing for our first movie, The Rally, we were looking for the main character, the mob boss of that movie, and we both heard
mob
it.
boss.
God said, Kenneth Copeland's that mob boss. I said, I don't know.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I said, I don't know Kenneth Copeland. He says, don't worry, I do. Long story short, I met with him like a day later through somebody, and he walks up to me and says, I heard you're making a movie in Hollywood.
1 minute.
And I said, yes, we are. I said, and by the way, you're supposed to be in it. He says, I'll pray about it. 2 days later, he called me and said, I'm in it. So anyways, he's the executive producer of these 3 movies. He's in all three movies. Well, the Rally 1, the Rally 2, the trailer you've seen, and the Rally 3 coming up.
Okay.
So big things are
Rick,
happening.
we got to have you back.
Yes.
Listen, Rallies for Christ.
Yes.
And I'll tell everybody right now, we're heading up to Pacino's in Tehachapi, all of us, for lunch. So join
Yes.
us. If
Join
you're out
us.
there watching, you want to head up to Tehachapi, to Pacino's, come on out. We'll all share a lunch together.
Yes, and thank you so much, Keith Matthews, for providing some refreshments for us today. Go online, ralliesforchrist.org, and support this work, this great work, and get the movies. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
God bless. Stay strong, everybody.